Andy Bob, what was the first magic trick you've ever seen? Well, lucky for you, I brought my diary. I can read it to you. It was actually shown to me by my father, Richard Robert. He showed me this trick when I didn't want to do my chores around the house. So I saw this every day. It was pretty simple, really. He started out with 4 cards and 1 envelope. We don't really need the envelope, we just need the cards. You'll see these cards a little bit strange, because 3 are the same and 1 is different. We have 3 2 of spades and 1 king of hearts. He said, if you can find the king of hearts, you won't have to do your chores. That's kind of like the money card. On November 5th, today, as every other day in the fall, it was my job to rake the leaves. I didn't feel like doing it, so my dad got out the cards and placed the king of hearts across the room where I can keep an eye on. And then he showed me that the 3 remaining cards were the 2 of spades. And then he turned one of them face down to try to confuse me. He said, Andy, because that's my name. He said, if you can find the king of hearts, you won't have to rake the leaves. Well, I really felt like he was raking me in, and I wasn't going to leave it at that. Thank you, Nate. So I said, I want to see the card that is face down in your hand. He said, sure thing, that is a 2 of spades. Now my father is a fair man, so he gave me a second chance. I said, it's got to be the card over there on the table. He said, I'm sorry, this is the king of hearts, and that is a 2 of spades. Well, you know, I had no idea how he did that. I had no idea how it worked, but I decided not to worry about it. February 2nd. Today, as every other day in the winter, I had to shovel the snow. I grew up in Pennsylvania. We get a lot of snow here. I didn't want to do it, so my dad turned the cards face down and placed the king of hearts across the room where I can keep an eye on. And then he showed me that the 3 remaining cards were the 2s. But I was getting suspicious, so I said, I'm getting suspicious. Well, what would you say? And then he went one step further. By not only showing me the faces of the 2s, but also the backs of each and every one of the 2s. He then turned one of them face down to try to confuse me. And he said, Andy, because
that's my name.
Thanks for being here. He said, if you can find the king of hearts, you won't have to shovel the snow. Well, I remember the last time I was left out in the cold, I really felt like a flake. I knew I was getting another snow job. Get the drift? So I said, I want to see the card face down in your hand. He said, sure thing, that is a 2 of spades. But as I said, my father is a fair man, so he gave me a second chance. I said, it's got to be the one on the table. He said, I'm sorry, go get the shovel. This is the king of hearts. That is a 2 of spades. I had no idea how he did that. I had no idea how it worked, but I decided not to worry about it. March 14th. Today, as every other day in the spring, it was my job to mow the lawn. My dad got out the cards, and I got kind of nervous because I wasn't sure I could take any mower. If anybody else in our family made that joke, we'd whack him. But I decided to cut him to the quick. And right as he turned the card face down, I shouted, hold it, Dick! I didn't typically speak to my father in that tone of voice, but that was his name. Weren't expecting that one, were you? He was also cheating. He didn't just turn one card face down, he actually turned 2 face down. That's not very fair. But, like I said, my father is a fair man. So he removed the 2 2 of spades that were showing, leaving only the king and the other 2, which he then proceeded to mix. He said, if I could tell him which one was the king of hearts, I wouldn't have to mow the lawn. I said, Dad, it's simple, it's the left one. He said, nope, that's a 2 of spades. And I said, aha, I've got you this time. I didn't mean the card in your left hand. I meant the card that would be left. He said, that's okay, because that's a two of spades as well. As a matter of fact, he never used the king of hearts at all. He just kept it hidden in the envelope for safekeeping. I should have known better, because my father never did play with a full deck.
Impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable.